Hello everybody, this is your boy coming from the video, and this video pertains to what has been going on in the NFL for this prank phone call that happened to former Colorado State quarterback Shedeur Sanders, son of Deion Sanders. Before I begin, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe to this video. Please smash these likes, hit the post notification bell on top of the video. Please do that immediately so I make the great video for you to me. From the end, for you enjoying picture to enjoy and to come in and share a like. All right, let's jump into this trash, shall we? Well, I'm quite sure you all heard the speculation of this prank call that's going on with Shedeur Sanders now. It has been confirmed that Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, whatever his name is, he's the one that had something to do with the prank call that was going on with him and Shedeur Sanders. Now, I mean, this is some crazy crap, and you would think that a grown man wouldn't try to mess with the career of a quarterback who was supposed to be a top 15 draft pick in last week's draft. Now, Shedeur Sanders was falling out of the top 4 rounds. I think he drafted in the 5th round, I believe. And this guy has lost millions of dollars. From what I've heard, they say he lost up to $30-something million in contract talks. And since he had fallen out of the top 2, first, second round, now he catches to make some close to like $5 million per year with the contract negotiation, which is about to happen between now and the end of May. But that's not the video was all about. The video is really about Jeff Ulbrich, and this is a grown ass man who pranked phone call a quarterback who should have been a first round pick, like I mentioned in this video, and he kind of like disrupted this man's career. Now, the sad thing about it is that something needs to be happening with that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I ain't got anything about Shedeur Sanders I don't even all. I thought he would be a top 15 pick in last week's draft, but that wasn't the case. The guy kept falling. And so this interferes with his money. It really does. And, you know, he has a good heart. I mean, if you've seen the videos, I was not getting drafted in the first round. The guy kept his composure. He didn't get upset, didn't get pissed, none of that nature. He kept his composure, which is which gonna make him a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He remained humble. Now most players that fall out of the first, second round because of situations like that who had the tendency to have an attitude about it. But he didn't have no attitude at all. Like I said, he remained mild-mannered, and then go to show what Deion Sanders has done for his kids. Deion Sanders don't get upset very often, so that should know what type of attitude Shedeur Sanders had. And his son also got drafted. So you gotta look at all of that with the possibility of a guy like this who has done real well for both his sons to get drafted in the first. Well, actually, I think one of his sons didn't get drafted at all. He wound up signing a contract, I think, with a rookie feature contract with one of the teams who signed him. But only one that got drafted was Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round. But like I said, it interferes with his money. It really does. And so I really feel sorry for him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you something though. He got drafted by the Cleveland Browns in the 5th round. I'm sorry he fell that far down. But I'm gonna tell you something though. When it's all said, and done, if this guy, if Shedeur Sanders gets a hope of how the NFL works, and if he gets a chance to start between now and the second or third year of his career, he's gonna make a lot of teams pay, especially the Atlanta Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you can say what you want to say about these players, but these players, you know, they are grown men, and they're not gonna say anything to offend anybody. But I guarantee you, in their heads, they will mark it on the calendar of when they play you and how they're gonna play you. They keep their composure. That's how you're supposed to do in the NFL. And if anybody upsets you, you keep your composure and you keep what they said or what they have done in here. And then when the time comes, when the time literally comes, then your time will shine against that team. So I have an odd feeling in the next few years down the road, this guy get a chance to start. If he play against the Atlanta Falcons, regardless if it's at Cleveland or Atlanta, he gonna make them pay. And it was probably not if this guy put up 400 or 500 yards passing, 4 or 5 touchdown scores with no picks, maybe a pick or two, but I'm willing to bet he would get 5 touchdown scores, and he might get 2 on the ground. So, cause Shedeur Sanders can run the ball, he can run it. He has the elite athleticism about himself. That's one of the reasons why he should have been a first round pick. Cause the guy has elite athleticism, and he has a strong arm to get the ball out of his hands. I may have said something wrong about him in another video that I posted. I said that Shedeur Sanders does have a strong arm. I may be wrong. So if my wrong becomes right, then I will be eating crow. And I don't mind eating crow, you know what I'm saying? Because, sometimes you gotta regret what you say or what you do. And so with that being said, I pray and hope that Shedeur Sanders he gets his career on track, become the player that his father wants him to be, and become the player that the fans and the organization wants him to be. Because this guy went through a whole 2 drafts without getting drafted. He got drafted on the 3rd day. The 3rd day. You know what I'm saying? And so that can put a damper on anybody's career. So, like I said, I really feel sorry for what he went through. But he gonna make teams play. He gonna make a lot of teams play. He not gonna make the teams who got quarterbacks. The ones who had a chance to draft, like Pittsburgh, who else? Giants, a bunch of quarterback needy teams. They had the chance to draft this guy in the first round, and they failed. So for those teams who had the opportunity to draft them, with Pittsburgh and the Giants being 2 of those teams, you're gonna make them pay horribly. And it is what it is. And I'm just speaking the truth based on what I do know about the NFL and how these players think, because they do think destroying their opponent when they playing for the first time. So, mark my words, if Shedeur Sanders want to become the player that the NFL know he can become, with his father know he can become, with the organization and fans know that he can become, it's gonna be reckoned with when facing that guy on the football field, because he will make you pay immensely, and that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you guys enjoy your Monday. Peace out, one love, and I'm out.